When you think of Holden Special Vehicles cars, you tend to think of big fat V8 engines, wired tyres, sticky rubber and all sorts of wings and spoilers. And to be fair, this car does have all that, but it's also got a little something extra. And the secret, that little something else, is out the back here. See, this is a HSV station wagon, and while it gets all the good HSV bits and pieces, it's actually a pretty handy family car into the bargain. Okay, so thanks to the low roof height, it's more Dachshund than Doberman family, but if you like to take a surfboard or a push bike, or you take Tiddles everywhere with you, or you just want to carry a big esky, then maybe the HSV R8 Tourer is just what you're looking for. HSV has built station wagons in the past, but this is the most convincing yet. And that's mainly because it's based on the standard sedan's wheelbase and not stretched. So it no longer looks like a hearse. But it's still got attitude, so the neighbours will still know not to empty their bins over your fence. Now, when I said this car gets all the good HSV bits and pieces, I wasn't kidding. You get the shorter springs and the firmer dampers to improve the handling. You get the big fat tyres on huge alloy wheels. And you even get all the interior trinkets that a ClubSport or a GTS gets. But what's going to interest people the most is what's under the bonnet. And it's a 6.2 litre, 317 kilowatt V8. In this case, tied to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And does it go? Well, as the Queen once said, cop a load of this. Handling is really just as good as the HSV sedan stuff. And while the ride is firm, it isn't too bad at all. It's certainly not uncomfortable. The cornering is tidy and the steering is tight, and the only real blemish is that dreaded VE Commodore blind spot created by those thick A-pillars. I'm not entirely convinced by the gearbox, which seems to forget what it's doing every now and then, but the optional 6-speed manual probably isn't worth the bother for the 99% of the time when you're just trundling around town. And I reckon that's the point. See, for me, a HSV will never represent a true sports car in that Sunday morning, windy road kind of way. And if my HSV is always going to be a big burly car that can cart the family and the gear and cover big distances in a single day, then why not get one that's as practical as possible into the bargain? And at $71,000 in automatic form, that's an awful big chunk of very rapid practicality. Is it the best thing HSV makes at the moment? Without a doubt.